I'm not here to lie. The reason why I wanted you guys to come here and do the interview here is to show you exactly where everything took place. And to show people that this is what happened. All the stuff that people, all the rumors and accusations about us murdering the kids and burying them on the property, this place has been searched thoroughly. The well has been checked, the septic tank, all the barns were searched. My RV was searched 3 times. The trailer was searched. This whole place was searched. If they want to come back and search again, they're more than welcome.
Imagine waking to the faint bark of a dog and the ghostly echoes of children's laughter drifting through the stillness, only to step outside moments later and find them gone forever. That is exactly what step-grandmother Janie Mackenzie experienced on the morning of May 2nd. Now, more than 2 months later, recordings made inside her very trailer, known only as the Janie Tapes, have surfaced, and law enforcement insiders say they contain hidden clues that could shatter the thin veneer of the official story. Stay with us to the very end as we reveal what these secret audio files might expose about that crucial morning. And make sure to subscribe right now and drop your prayers for Lilly and Jack in the comments below. From the outset, this case has been haunted by contradictions.
So this is the patio.
This is the patio door
that Jack and Lilly would have.
that Jack and Lilly came out of.
Okay.
Mother Malikia Brooks Murray says she slipped into bed around midnight, with both children asleep in the living room. When she awoke hours later, the patio door stood open, but she heard nothing. Yet Daniel Martell, the children's stepfather, insists he heard the sliding door move around 6 a.m. and assumed it was a family dog's. 2 adults in one home, 2 irreconcilable accounts of the single most critical moment, when Lilly and Jack vanished without a trace. Now, investigators believe the Janie Tapes may hold the key to reconciling, or finally exposing, which version is true. Janie Mackenzie's voice trembles as she recounts awakening to her dog's frantic barking and the distant murmur of 2 small voices. "I heard Lilly and Jack," she says, "but then nothing." Minutes later, her son Daniel's panicked cries cut the silence. The children's mother appeared in the driveway, 1-year-old Meadow cradled on her hip, and issued the shock that launched a weeks-long search. Mackenzie's tears as she admits regretting not stirring sooner echo the family's desperate wish for answers, and now that desperation extends to whatever those tapes might reveal. Law enforcement quietly seized the Janie Tapes within hours of their discovery, logging them as evidence, but have refused to disclose their contents. Rumors swirl online that these recordings capture more than dog barks and barking orders. They may include heated arguments between Malikia and Daniel, or perhaps even the children's voices calling for help. Insiders confirm investigators seized smart device audio files from inside the trailer, immediately recognizing their potential to upend the investigation. If voices on those tapes contradict public statements, or they record something darker, such as a slip-of-the-tongue confession, the entire narrative could collapse. In the ensuing days, social media fractured into rival camps. One side clung to a wandered-off theory, imagining 2 curious kids chasing a squirrel into the vast woods, despite the dense underbrush and down trees that make those forests nearly impassable for small children. Searchers point out that a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, in rain boots and dinosaur print boots, would have left unmistakable tracks, even in the rain-softened earth. But none were ever conclusively linked to the siblings. Another faction whispered an inside job. No signs of forced entry, no disturbance beyond the quietly open sliding door, no evidence of a stranger's vehicle. Reddit sleuths zeroed in on the adult's behavior. Malikia and Daniel mysteriously blocking each other on social media days after the disappearance, the absence of immediate alarm from inside, the lack of footprints beyond 2 lonely boot prints, and a fragment of pink blanket recovered near the property. Was that blanket an innocent remnant of play, or a staged clue meant to mislead search efforts? The Janie Tapes could hold the answer. The third, most chilling hypothesis posits stranger abduction. But RCMP spokespeople have publicly stated there is no evidence of an outsider's involvement. No unusual vehicles on surveillance, no eyewitnesses, no tracks leading to or from home. In sparsely populated Lansdowne Station, a random abduction would require someone to know exactly where to go, how to avoid detection, and how to operate silently. Yet, every lead in that direction fizzled. Behind the scenes, RCMP's massive search involved over 160 personnel. Ground search teams, dog units, drones, helicopters, scouring some 800 square kilometers of woodland in Pictou County. Investigators reviewed more than 5,000 video files, logged over 600 tips, conducted polygraphs, and knocked on countless doors. Yet by day 5, with no definitive breakthrough, the operation was scaled back. Critics argue that precious hours were lost chasing theories rather than probing the home itself, and that the Janie tapes were among the first things that should have been examined. The first tangible forensic clue since day 1 emerged in early July, when RCMP confirmed possession of a pink blanket identified by the family as Lily's. The blanket's condition, exact location of recovery, and any forensic findings remain under seal, but its very existence underscores how few physical traces were ever found outside the home. This single item now takes on outsized significance. Is it a breadcrumb leading to the children, or merely a red herring? Amid this, the step-grandmother's role has grown ever more public. Janie Mackenzie has organized candlelight vigils at the property's edge and spearheaded online prayer campaigns. Her anguish, "I want the rumors to stop. I want them home safe and sound," cuts through the noise. Yet she also voices frustration with a dwindling sense of urgency from authorities, questioning how 2 young children could traverse miles of tangled forest in 20 minutes, a point any local with decades of woods walking under their belt would readily confirm. Even extended family voices have grown louder. Darren Geddes, Malikia's cousin once removed, initially felt brushed off by Mounties when he offered information. Now, he too presses for renewed scrutiny, lamenting it's rage, not hurt, and pushing RCMP to revisit witness statements, video footage, and the timeline. Both Janie and Darren underscore the fracturing trust between family and law enforcement, a trust that the Janie tapes could either mend or shatter completely. Meanwhile, online communities run their own investigations. On Reddit, one post challenged the official narrative. How you sleep through your kids disappearing unless you already knew they were gone. Another user dissected the patio door's silent operation, questioning why no internal noise alarms were triggered. Yet another theory speculates that Janie unwittingly recorded a critical argument, perhaps even a confession, during a late-night conversation. The tape's existence confirms their significance, but investigators have repeatedly refused to summarize or release excerpts, fueling both intrigue and frustration. As we draw closer to the present, RCMP spokespeople continue to offer measured assurances. No stone will be left unturned, no theory dismissed prematurely, no door closed on the possibility that the children remain alive somewhere. A dedicated family liaison remains in contact with a designated relative, providing scarce updates. But for those who know the land, who have walked those trails, pressed hands to tree trunks, and combed every inch with search dogs and drones, it feels like key evidence is unheard in a locked vault. Evidence that could finally reveal what truly happened in the silent hours of May 2nd. What might those tapes record? Perhaps the sliding doors click, a child calling out, a hushed argument, or a panic plea that was never heard beyond a few walls. Perhaps they catch the moment the timeline fractures, the instant when innocence slipped into the unknown. And perhaps, just perhaps, they reveal a detail that matches something outsiders have missed. A phrase, a sound, or a name that pinpoints where to look next. The stakes are impossibly high. 2 lives hang in the balance. A community pain-etched by shock and confusion seeks closure. The Sullivan family deserves the truth. The RCMP, and indeed all of us, need to know whether the answer lies in a vast forest, in an implausible abduction, or in the walls of the trailer itself. The Janie tapes are now the focal point of this desperate quest. If you have information about those tapes, the morning of May 2nd, or anything else related to Lilly and Jack's disappearance, please reach out. Contact the Northeast Nova RCMP Major Crime Unit or Crime Stoppers anonymously. No detail is too small, an overlooked scene, a stray recording, a passing comment. We must surface every clue, however hidden, and bring these children home or uncover the events that stole them away. Lily Sullivan loved rain boots and ladybugs. Jack Sullivan adored dinosaurs and sticky peanut butter sandwiches. They were the heartbeat of a tiny trailer. Two voices that filled a home with joy, and that morning, their laughter vanished into thin air. Now, only echoes remain, but the world is listening. The Janie Tapes must finally speak. Like this video, share it with one person who might hold a piece of the puzzle, and comment with your city and a prayer for Lilly and Jack. Together, we are the chorus that refuses to be silenced, the light that refuses to dim. The forest may be vast and the night long, but as long as we keep calling, someone somewhere will answer. The Janie Tapes are our last hope at decoding the silence, and the truth they hide may at last end this nightmare and bring two children home.